Well, Zoe, on a similar theme, one moment over Christmas that had us all choking on our quality street was Liz Truss's honours list, announced on New Year's Eve. 11 nominations, one for every 4 days she was in charge. Tell us about the lucky winners, Matthew Elliott, John Moynihan and Ruth Porter.
Yeah, so John Moynihan is a Conservative donor. Matt Elliott is the ex-Vote Leave chief. And Ruth Porter is a former senior aide to Truss. So all people we are absolutely, I'm sure, oh God, what now, listeners?
Yeah.
Delighted for their contribution to public life. I mean, it is just rewarding your friends, isn't it? It's, I mean, especially the Conservative donor, they give you some money for your campaign and you say, if I'm Prime Minister, I'll give you a nice spot on this list of honours. I mean, it's just totally see-through. And to be fair on Liz Truss, she's not the only one who's done it.
So why would she want to be
I don't want to be fair on Liz Truss, but for the sake of balance, you know, it's now become what the honour system is. And it's a shame because the honour system, I think, can have a really valuable place in public life, rewarding people who have actually done a good job, public service, who have expertise in a particular subject that's useful for society. But this is just kind of cronyism, really.
Well, there was only one person I could find on our list of 11 people who wasn't just a straightforward political connection. It was Shirley Conran of the Maths Anxiety Trust, which is like... possibly that's going to help Sunak. I don't know, maths anxiety. When asked to defend these honours, Truss said she was delighted that these champions for the conservative causes of freedom, limited government and a proud and sovereign Britain have been suitably honoured. No attempt to portray anything to do with public service, just pure partisanship.
But that's who she is, and that's what she runs on. Her whole campaign, her whole shtick is this ideological... anti-woke, small stay, libertarian kind of...
But isn't there a political advantage in portraying that as in the public interest? You could cast these people, you could say they did what the British people wanted for all of us. This is where Britain needs to be going. Not just simply my gang won, yahoo.
But yeah, you could. And maybe if she had a better comms team around her or a bit more... political nous than she would. But I think now she's totally in that bubble of just being that sort of populist, libertarian, small state, woke. Those are the only things she can talk about.
Those are the only things any of them can talk about. I think that's the overarching theme of all this stuff that happened. It's a sort of confirmation that they are a party that is completely out of ideas. You know, they have the desire to keep hold of power without any kind of idea of what they want to do with it. And you get that so strongly from them now. It's, you know, beyond rewarding their mates and sort of taking revenge on their enemies, they have no idea of what they might want to do with power for the country. None.
And the only way you can retain power in that kind of system is by rewarding loyalty and kicking out dissenters. And that's basically what she's saying this is. You know, as you say, there's no vision. There's no, actually, this person really contributes to public life. It's this person supported me, so here's that spot in the Lord.
You can't even reward people by saying, OK, here's your area, go and work in it, go and fulfil your vision of what you think ought to be happening in this particular policy area, because nothing is going to happen.
No.
It's going to tootle along. Hand in hand with Boris Johnson's list of Charlotte Owen, Sean Bailey, Ben Hoochin, was 2023 the worst year for honours since Lloyd George was flogging them out of a suitcase?
It just feels like it gets worse and worse, doesn't it? And it's not just honours, it's standards in public life. Every year they seem to get worse under this deteriorating government. And I completely agree with Alex. They're just out of ideas. And it's now become such a power grab of these ex-Conservative prime ministers that they're just rewarding their mates. That's all they can do.
On the upside is 11 nominations. That's one for every 4 days. Eventually we'll all get one as well. So
Here's hoping.
Yeah.